Good morning everyone, and welcome back to another What I Ate in a Day. So today is going to be a decadent one because I'm going to be eating a full day of Bon Appetit meals. It actually is as smart as it is decadent. So I'm going to show you how to make these, and then I'm going to take you through the lunch that I'm going to make, also from Bon Appetit. That one is from Chris. And then I'm going to make a recipe from Molly for dinner, and I'm really excited about all of it. All of it is very tasty and definitely just a little bit more out of the box. I'm enjoying trying some new things, mixing it up. I'm kind of loving the complementary colors that are going on here. Just finished making them. I made the batter the night before. It is a great overnight batter. It looks really thin and crepe batter-like at first, and then you let it sit overnight and it thickens into a traditional pancake batter texture. And I'm serving it with maple syrup, strawberries, and a little bit of butter. They're so good. They have the comforting nuttiness of a warm bowl of oatmeal, but with the fruit it feels summery. It feels celebratory because who eats pancakes before going to the office? So Carla's video on how to make these extra nutritious pancakes didn't have a lot of ingredient amounts, but a very kind human being left the amounts in the comments, and this is why YouTube is awesome, because it's so collaborative. I love that about it. So I just basically used their technique, and I made sure to grind up my flax seeds because I believe they're not easily digestible unless they are ground up first. So then I added some chia seeds to the dry ingredients and the usual pancake ingredients, spelt flour, salt, and then onto the wet ingredients, 2 eggs and 2 cups of milk and a little bit of oil. I used avocado. I believe Carla used coconut. I didn't really want these to taste coconutty, so that's what I went with because it's pretty flavorless. And then I just let it sit overnight. I decided to add the baking soda in the morning because that's what I've tended to do with waffles and pancakes, and I've always found that I get a nice lift that way without it sitting in it overnight. So you just cover it up, and then come morning, when you think about it, it doesn't really take that much more time than making any other breakfast food like eggs to allow for lots of kitty cat cuddle time. So come morning, I added my baking soda and baking powder, and then just had some butter melting in a pan, and because butter is a beautiful thing, I decided to do a little time lapse of that process so that you could enjoy it as much as I did. And then in went the batter, and you can see it gets really thick overnight from the chia seeds and the flax seed essentially thickening it. And thanks to that, it's really easy to deal with, really easy to flip. I think these would just be such an easy go-to recipe, especially given that you can tell there's a lot of batter. I did not eat all of that on that one breakfast. I actually froze all of the extra pancakes that I made. So the whole recipe makes about a dozen medium to small size pancakes, which is how I like them. And you can actually reheat them in the toaster straight from the freezer, which is kind of crazy. And they still taste really wonderful. They've got that really nutty, toasty kind of taste straight from the toaster. This day though, I really decided to dress them up. I did a little butter, lots of strawberries, and really high quality maple syrup, which you do not want to compromise on. And for lunch, I also had another recipe that I didn't have to prep that day, so it was already made, which is how I like my work lunches. This is the tuna salad style chickpeas from Chris's. I think this is his lunch, bring to lunch recipes video, and I did do my own twist on this because I'm very anti-sandwich for lunches. I feel like they will get soggy no matter what you do, and I leave home usually around 8 and eat around 1, so by then any sandwich is going to be super soggy. So I prepped this as a salad, and on the side I made crostini, which in my opinion is the answer to the conundrum of bringing a sandwich to work. Crostini never gets soggy, it doesn't need to be reheated, and it's got a beautiful toasty olive oil flavor that goes well with almost any traditional sandwich filling, and then you can just put your filling on your bread and have it open-faced at work. So it really works well for me. I put quite a bit of Dijon mustard in mine, lots of cracked black pepper, little yogurt, little mayonnaise, so all of the classic ingredients is for a tuna salad, as well as a little bit of celery for crunch, or quite a lot in my case because I really like celery in this sort of salad. And then I top the whole thing with some pea shoots. Pro tip, always put your salad on top so it doesn't get soggy, and then you can just flip it into a bowl at work and have the salad underneath to kind of soak up all of the yumminess of the salad dressing. So crostini, hot oven, lots of olive oil, and you have yourself something crunchy and tasty. For dinner, I made one of Molly's recipe, and I do think that this was the star of the show of my Bon Appetit food day, because these mushrooms were so beautifully browned. The trick is you do not want to move them before they've really started browning, and you salt them as well once the browning is complete. I did it with nice little shells that just went beautifully because then everything is the same size. That's a trick that I learned from Bon Appetit as well as many others. Always reserve your pasta water. Don't be that rookie who forgets to reserve it. When you make a carbonara, it is a must-have, along with lots of egg yolks and lots of Parmesan cheese, heated and cooked with the steam of the pasta. You don't want any cream in your carbonara. That is such a mistake. It really is so much creamier this way, and so much more flavorful and filling as well, in my opinion. And it was just a beautiful, very luscious dish. I need to ask, does anyone else out there drink, how much is this, 2 ounces of the cooking wine while they cook? Because to make good food, you're supposed to use pretty good wine. Nothing fancy, but like decent wine. I don't know, I just really like doing that, and I won't have more than this, but it makes a difference to my day. I don't know, it makes it feel like a little bit like a celebration in the kitchen, I guess. So here it is. I kind of do want to try it without any cheese. The mushrooms are so good, you guys. Okay, now we do need some cheese though. Like it needs it more. There's already so much cheese in the sauce. All right, big bite this time. It is so good. It's definitely a way to showcase some mushrooms. In BC here we have morel mushrooms every summer, and I feel like this sauce with some of the cremini mushrooms and some morels would be like out of this world delicious. It's a beautiful way to really showcase the flavor and the browning of the mushrooms. Does it replace pancetta? No, but that's not the point, because I didn't make this because I didn't want to eat pancetta. I made it because I felt like having mushrooms, and it definitely showcases those beautifully. The sauce is super luscious. It's so good, guys. It's so hot in here. I feel like I should probably be eating something cold, but this is what makes a bad day better. And so I'm just gonna enjoy this with like a half an episode of Gossip Girl, and then go back to my bankruptcy law. Lately I've been finishing the evenings in the same way. One of these big old textbooks. This is the last out of 4, thank goodness. And a large cup of green tea. I bet you guys haven't seen this mug in a while. Does it ring any bells for some of you who may have been with me for a while? Very nostalgic. This is my Yamamoto Yama, and this is the original green tea. The roasted one is really good too, but I'm out of that one. It's a little too hot right now still. But what I'm gonna have with it, it's always super comforting to have a little piece of dark chocolate, and I actually surprised myself with this one. My boyfriend got it for me, and I thought I wouldn't like it because I don't like the Lindt sea salt dark chocolate. Love dark chocolate in general, love Lindt dark chocolate. I really like the orange one, or what's the other one? Oh, I like the cranberry one too once in a while, especially around the holidays. But I don't know, I guess they put too much salt in it or something. It just doesn't work for me. But the Godiva one is really good because, I don't know, it's more creamy on the inside and a little less salty, but you can still taste the sea salt. So the chocolate's melting between my fingers. I'm gonna say good night. Thank you so much for watching this installment of what I eat in a day. It's a little bit different, trying recipes from a particular place. Let me know whether you like seeing themes like that. I actually really enjoyed it. in that it pushed me to try some new things that I had never tried before. So leave me any requests, I guess, for what I eat in a day or food videos that you would like to see. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next installment.